What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Heart of a Lion podcast. I am your host, Jay, and you have just stepped into the Lion's Den. If you are a returning listener, then thank you for coming back for some more. If this is your first time, then thank you for tuning in for the first time. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that follow or the subscribe button so that way you can be notified every time I release a new episode. You can listen to this podcast wherever you desire to listen to your podcast, whether it's Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Amazon, Google, Podbean, whatever. Also, I haven't really mentioned this before, but I do have the option on the Spotify. If you're listening from Spotify, I have the option, as well as you can comment on YouTube, to send me questions. If you ever have any questions, I will answer your questions on a future episode. I would love to have some feedback and to hear from people who are listening. I think it'd be dope to hear what you all, to hear the questions that you have and to answer them on the show. As well as you can also follow me on Instagram at HoAL podcast. Again, that's at HoAL podcast. And you can send your questions there as well. So recently, I had the opportunity to host an event at my job, and the event was an open mic night. And it was something that I was, I guess I could say extremely excited about, just because, one, I like doing things like that, but two, I love having events where we bring young people together, to have a good time. Because I mean, it's easy to say, oh, hey, let's go out to the club, or hey, let's go, drinking or do this or that. But I like to be able to bring people together to have good, clean fun. So, I had the opportunity to put this event together at my job. And I think we had 16 people who had signed up, and then a total of 10 who actually performed, which is not bad, because when you think about it, over the course of a couple of hours, that time actually goes by pretty quick. But man, we had so much fun. When I tell you we had it was truly, truly, truly a lot of fun. We had people who came and sang. We had people who danced. We had there was some poetry. There was some improv. There was piano playing. There was a guitar playing. There was one guy who even brought his sound machine and made a beat right there on the spot. So it was pretty dope. And they genuinely had so much fun that they didn't want to go home, and we had an unofficial after party after it was over. And it's things like that I truly enjoy, providing not only a space to have good, clean fun, but providing a safe space for people to come and to loosen up and unwind and just be themselves in a way that they may not be able to, that they may feel like they can't be themselves anywhere else. And it was, for me, it was a full circle moment. And I actually posted this on my personal Instagram account because 10 years ago, or almost 10 years ago now, I hosted my first open mic night at the church that I was at then. And very similar setup. We had people who came and did, they sang, we had rapping, we had comedy. It was a variety of different things, had a little intermission so people can get food, and then came back to it. The only difference was this one, we had people who were judging since it was a talent show. Did I say open mic night before? Sorry. The one that was a couple weeks ago was an actual talent show. And then the one I did 10 years ago was an open mic night, but very, 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 similar events. And again, it was just like, they were both a lot of fun. I love seeing young people come together and have a good time. I love seeing young people come together and not want to go home because they're having so much fun. And it was interesting because I talked about, the 10 years that it's been. This is the first time I've hosted an event. Oh man, when was the last time I hosted an event? I think it was about 9 years ago, almost 8.5, 9 years ago. But I had a few people comment or send me messages after I made the post. And, there were people who were saying, oh, hey, whenever you have the next one, let me know. Oh, man, I wish I knew about this or this, that, and the third. And I had to let everybody know, like, this was legit specifically for my job, through my job. It wasn't an open event. It wasn't an outside event. It wasn't a, hey, bring everybody and your mama type thing. Like, we specifically catered to a specific demographic. And that demographic showed up and showed out. And it was truly special, truly special to see. And I look forward to doing more things like that. But with the people messaging me, what it made me realize, and I'm not saying that they necessarily all felt like this, but what it did make me realize is that in where I live in the DMV area, there seems to be missing those type of events and that safe space for people to go out and have good, clean fun, or that safe space for people to go out and unwind and be themselves or express or explore their creativity. And when I first hosted my event years ago, I hosted an event called the Sound Lounge, which, again, open mic night. There, I was truly doing it based on what I felt the Lord was leading me to do. I was not doing it based on any examples I had seen, because I hadn't seen anything like that in my area. So I legit was just doing it based on, okay, Lord, this is how you want to do it. All right, let's do it like this. And we had a great time. It was a huge hit. I didn't know how many people I was going to have at that first event. And we had over 80 people at that first open mic night. And then that was April of 2014. And then a friend of mine, he had a very similar event called Modern Psalms, and that was June of 2016. And another guy that I know, I forget what the name of his event was, but he had a similar event at his church. I think that was also June of 2014 or whatever. And then I had 2 more sound lounges throughout that year. And then I think they also had a couple other events. And then carry over into 2015, then there was another group that I had heard of through Howard University, and they had their own event called, or their own group called Culture New Norm. And they would have like church house parties where they just played nothing but Christian music and danced and had a great time. They had open mic nights, they had game nights, they had all these different things. And it just seemed like there was a season where these different groups or these different churches in the area were having this safe space for young adults to come out and have fun, and meet other people. And not even meeting other people in the sense of dating, but just meeting other people, connecting, networking, building new friendships, and having different places to go. Like, it doesn't always have to be at my church. I never felt like it always had to be at my church. I always reached out to other churches in the area or other people in the area, or other people that I knew to say, hey, I'm having this event. Come out and have a good time. And that's what all of these events were doing. We're all opening our doors to other Christians who were young adults, to come out and have a great time. Like, let's network, let's party, let's have fun, all in the name of the Lord. And maybe there are safe spaces like that now, and I just don't know about it because I'm older now. I'm married, I have kids, and I'm just like, that's not my, I guess I could say it's not my lane anymore. But I also feel like they're like singles or younger Christians are looking for places like that. And it seems as though to me that there aren't those spaces or places anymore. And I wish that there were. Like, I truly wish that there were, because we do need more things for our young adults to do. We do need more things just for Christians to do in general. So that way they won't feel tempted to go to clubs or lounges or hookah bars or the bar, or just anywhere where, Christians just really shouldn't go. And some people say, well, they should just stay home and read the Bible, or they should just stay home and do this, that. Yes, all people are tempted in different ways. But if you have a safe space for them to go, then they're less likely to feel tempted, or to feel an urge to go somewhere that they shouldn't go, or to go somewhere that they maybe, would have gone at some point. So, I just think, we just need more of that. We need more safe spaces. We need more fun spaces for Christians to be themselves and explore creativity and see that, this person has a similar gift to me, or that testimony really spoke to me. To see that, that their voice is really powerful, like whatever, and to be encouraged, because of whatever they're going through, or be encouraged and see that they can do that too. To be encouraged and just say, hey, I had a great night tonight and I'll remember this night for a while. I still have people who talk to me about the Sound Lounge events and, hey, when are you going to bring it back? Or, hey, it would be cool if you did another one. And I don't know the answer to that because, it's definitely something where it would have to be the Lord leading. But again, we need more spaces like that in the kingdom, for the kingdom, and for kingdom people. So, that's all I have. The event that I did a couple weeks ago was fun. I look forward to doing more events like that. I would just say, man, just pray for young adults. Pray for pray for all Christians, but pray for the young ones, just so that they won't be enticed by the world and the things of the world and the music of the world and the devices of the world. Because, man, I felt like it was hard when I was a young Christian, but now it just seems like it's so much more wild out there now. So that's it, y'all. That's all I got for today. But y'all have a great day. Y'all have a great and blessed week. And I will catch y'all next time.